If your brand belongs in the heart of the yachting world, this is where it happens. Yachting International Radio reaches over 1 million yachting professionals and enthusiasts every month, with 77 million impressions, 220,000 social followers, and 74,000 podcast subscribers. Our hosts are insiders, crew, captains, CEOs, trusted voices shaping the industry. This is targeted, high-impact advertising in a luxury niche. Visit yachtinginternationalradio.com/advertise. Your audience is already listening.
Top of the morning, afternoon, or evening, folks. It's Captain Liam here, Motor Yacht Unbridled in Alaska, where the salmon are starting to come up the river. But I'm taking a moment to have a wonderful chat with Brian and Tyler from Velluto Products. How are you today, Brian?
Doing fantastic, Liam. Thanks again for your time today. We appreciate it.
Pleasure. We just had a nice chat about some of the adventures you've been on in your life, but what's one of your highlights up this northeast Alaska area?
Being to Alaska was definitely one of the highlights of my life. Beautiful. Everywhere you look is like a postcard, and looking forward to getting back there, actually.
It's hard not to enjoy it. And Tyler, yourself, you're from Naples, correct?
Yes, sir. Down there in Southwest Florida.
Well, that's where the sunshine and the sparkles happen, and we're going to talk about the Velluto product. So, Tyler, tell us about it. What's the name of it? Where does it mean? How did it come about?
Yeah, so Velluto means velvet in Italian and also means slick and smooth. And that's in reference to our ceramic coatings and our ceramic based products. The end result is a very slick, smooth surface. So that's when Velluto was born.
Well, that's the service we need on yachts. I mean, we all aim for these high standards, which is kind of the toughest thing about yachting. We aim for these high standards, and to get the boat to match that standard, it's not easy. You're also starting a podcast called Yacht Maintenance Unhinged, correct?
Yes, sir. The unfiltered version of detailing.
Oh, it's a messy business, isn't it? It's got to get dirty before it gets clean, I say.
It is. That's right.
And where did it come about? I mean, most businesses or most problems kind of come up with a solution or a pain point. How did it come about, Velluto Products?
So Brian and I were engaged in purchasing another company. When that fell through, one of our options to continue business together was start something from the ground up.
Yeah.
And we felt that may be a better opportunity building a company and reputation our way and the right way versus taking over another company and restructuring it. So hence we built everything from the ground up since about a year and a half ago.
Well, I love the branding and the product and just the look of the whole website, Trying to hopefully get some over here and put it on Unbridled, because the Alaskan weather and what we do in Unbridled is pretty adventurous. So I need all the protection we can get.
I'm down for an adventure.
and Brian, yourself, what's one of the pain points you see in this industry, in this yachting sector, from a maintenance point of view or even a service point of view?
Sure. Really, one of the things that I've learned is that a lot of things that have been done in the yachting industry are done just because that's the way it's always been done.
Yeah.
And so Tyler and I saw a need for more of a bespoke and a higher end product that hasn't been offered in the yachting industry. And so once we saw that opportunity, my entrepreneurial spirit kicked in, and so we started.
Your eyes lightened up, and you said, "I can do that."
Exactly. I mean, that's what you do, right? You see a problem, and you automatically think of a solution. So our solution was to go out and find our own chemist that we could work with directly.
Oh, wow.
And we have our own chemist on board who goes and takes care of all of our products, creates all of our products, everything from the looks and the smells. They all have a very unique feel to them. And so that's really what we saw. We just saw a need and kind of went for it. And we're fortunate to get the people on board that we have. And we've got a great team of people helping us.
Yeah, and it's building quickly. I just spoke to Tyler about another contract he's working on with a couple other, management companies and vessels, and that's exciting because it's, starting the business, getting the product, and then applying it is the key. That's when you start to get traction in the industry. As a captain, I've used like a lot of products over the years, and we do test samples, and 12 months later, you look at that sample and you're like, it's actually worse now than it was before. So I'm really excited to try it out, because the goal is to try and get a product that's just lasts like at least 12 months. How long do you kind of warranty your product for? What's the sample pieces?
So our main focus coating, our high solids coating, and I prefer to call it a high solids because the name is ceramic. is thrown around leisurely, whether it lasts a month or 6 months or a year.
Yeah.
So our high silica coating is more or less a gel coat specific coating.
Oh,
and
wow.
that coating penetrate deep into the pores of gel coat. We can change the solvents to make it more versatile for paint, but for the most part, it's going to work the same. That on average lasts 18 to 24 plus months.
Wow. Because I've seen after 3 months sometimes, Brian, some of these products, and I won't say names because people I've known about in the industry for a long time, and it's like 3 months later, I'm like, yeah, that's not where I'm going to invest my money to prepare a hull. So that 18 to 24 months is what we need because it matches paint cycles. Every 5 years we go into a major refit on a yacht. So every 2 years, 2.5 years, we need that, we need that maintenance done on it. You talk about the service side of it all and being the backbone of the industry, the service. How do you see the engagement with the clients? I mean, I'm always honest on this kind of captain's chat, but a lot of times yachting, as you mentioned, Brian, doesn't change much. So how do you break into that trust and get that confidence with the clients?
Well, we're pretty fortunate that our product speaks for itself.
Yeah.
We feel that most, if not all of our products, after one use, people can see the difference, they can feel the difference, they can smell the difference. One of the other things that we feel makes us different really is the culture that Tyler and I are trying to build with our clients. I mean, there's very few products out there, that people probably know exactly what's actually in what they're doing because if it's a white labeled product, they probably don't really know what's in it. But more importantly, Tyler and I are very open. We'll fly anywhere in the world to do training if that's what people need. If they want us to show them how to utilize our products to get the best results. And again, very few people or companies that will stand behind a product to that degree.
Is that just because I'm in Alaska and you're like, I like the idea of coming to Alaska, catching some halibut with Captain Liam and trying some ceramic,
Hey, you know what?
I would say no.
Yeah. Don't tempt me with a good time. All right, I'm just saying.
But people think of one product, right? And this is where I think people go wrong in yachting. They think of they want one product to solve all the solutions. You've got quite a range of products. So Tyler, tell us about the range of products because I see you've got a signature line. You've got a detail restoration line.
Yeah, so that goes back to our chemists and the way that we've sourced our products from rare raw materials. Nobody else in the world has access to these raw materials. They're not used in this industry nor in the nature that they use. Our technical team has over 50 years of industrial chemical engineering, so that's why we can come to market with extremely potent products. Now, on the website, you'll see a ceramic wash, ceramic detailer, ceramic this, ceramic that. They're just infused with a very high concentrate of ceramic. So when you wash the boat with ceramic shampoo, not only is it biodegradable, but you're replenishing ceramic on the surface. Even if you don't have any ceramic coating down at all, every time you wash the boat, you're adding minimal layers of ceramic. Over time, it's going to build up and start stacking. And also,
that's unusual. Just stop on that because I think the audience would want to hear that, the listeners, because a lot of other products don't support the ongoing maintenance of ceramics. They'll give you a product and then good luck. Use whatever soap you want, but you're actually providing the products to maintain the ceramic coatings.
Yeah, because everything's integrated together. So you can have our high solids coating down and then say use ABC company. Well, our coating could reject that shampoo or that other product and cause a disaster. Or like most yachts like to use vinegar water solutions, bleach, household chemicals, or just Dawn in general. Those strip the surface.
Yeah.
Even if you did have a good product over time, with the lack of education and the lack of common sense, sometimes you're stripping your investment. Yeah. Even if you did have a coating on there, you're just stripping and bleaching away the paints and gel coats.
I mean, now we'll start using your products, but what I always advise crew is eventually you want to get towards a pH neutral product. You know what I mean? Like Johnson Baby Wash sometimes, it's like you all these adhesives and the chemicals that people put on these boats are actually stripping the paint away. So it's really important that we don't look at it like an application of a ceramic-based product. We want to look at it like a maintenance system, correct? Is that a better way to look at it?
Yes, sir, because your surface is only as good, the coating is only as good as the surface you apply it to. And the coating is not permanent, it's semi-permanent. Everything that we have to offer is just fighting Mother Nature, and it's buying you time.
Yeah.
We can't stop the sun from beating down and destroying the teak. or the paint or rusting, but we can slow the rate at which it happens. And while in between that time, it's going to look really good. And
that's the goal. I'm glad you appreciate that. I did a post the other day recently about it. I said, my job is to beat, have a war against the elements, and every day the elements win. It's just an endless cycle of deterioration that we try and just keep maintaining these boats. Brian, what's your favorite product that you've seen applied really well and you're kind of proud of it? Which one of the products stand out for you?
Well, obviously, I'm proud of all of them.
Yeah.
But if I had to pick, I would say it's probably either our gel coat or our 3-in-1 waterless wash. Those are products we're incredibly proud of, something that no one else is offering. And so I would say right now that's
I saw that.
I'd say right now that's where we're at, and we've got new products being developed as we speak as well. So if you ask me this question in a month from now or 3 months from now, the answer might change.
Yeah. Well, I like the Hydro Lock, the Velluto Hydro Lock, the spray on, rinse off ceramic protection. That's something I'm really excited to try on the different vessels we have. So a lot of the times people think it's just about the main yacht. We need to do the whole hull, or we need to do the superstructure. A lot of captains out there need to understand is do a tender first, do a swim platform first, do sections first. And there's ways you can see where your paint is wearing differently and address those issues. A lot of times in yachting, we think it's a whole project, but it's best. I know you prefer the whole project, but my advice is captains, try it. Try a swim platform, try a tender, and see where it comes out.
Yeah.
What about you, Tyler? What's your favorite?
I personally like the 3-in-1 waterless wash polish because it's a completely innovative product, unlike anywhere else in the world. When you think of how to wash a boat without water, you're left like, well, that doesn't quite make sense.
Yeah.
But the technology of it's a solvent wash. So you could have the salty boat. The solvents will break down the salt and dissolve the salt and grime and soot on the surface. It has a proprietary abrasive in it, so you're actually polishing the surface on a maintenance level, not like you would with a machine, but you're still micro polishing.
Yeah.
And the salts that clean are the carrier agents that transfer the ceramic protection down. So you're washing, polishing, and it's basically ceramic protecting the boat at one go. But for super yachts, this eliminates the need for water. So you don't have to pay for water. When you're on a strict charter program and 24-hour turnaround, you don't have time to wash 4 decks with water flowing down all 4 decks. So you can use it in conjunction with and without water, where it's needed, where it's not needed, or just overall save thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars in water.
And it's a spray on, wipe off product, is it, or spray on, wipe off?
It's a buff on, buff off. Like a wax.
Ah, fantastic. And I know some good products out there. That's a really exciting one. I look forward to trying that one. The industry has a lot of pain points. When we talked about change, a lot of people don't like that change or new technologies. Where have you found the resistance level? And be honest, most times it's the captains, I know that. But where do you find the resistance level? Is it the crew that like the product and the captains are hesitant to change, or is it the management companies? Where have you found that? Because that's where I want to try and help.
It's honestly more the captains and the owners when looking at it from a cost perspective. When you see a 500 ml bottle, you're like, why does this cost $50 when I can go buy a thing of wax for $3 or $4?
Yeah,
and they're not taking the time to understand that technology in this industry is changing so rapidly.
Yeah,
I like to say that the industry slept in the Stone Age, where people are using chamois and using stuff from the 80s and 90s because it worked then. Times have changed. Materials on boats have changed. It's hotter now in certain areas, so things don't always perform the way they need to. And I just wish people have more of an open mind to try it. And I'm an open book. I will talk your ear off for hours and hours and hours if you let me. And that's what I want to do. I just want to talk. And if at the end of the day, it's not right for you, there's no pressure. There's no strings attached. Just open-mindedness.
Well, I try and look at like a 12-month program, Brian. I'm like, okay, over 12 months, you're going to spend this much anyway. You don't realize, and these products are going to deteriorate the asset in terms of the cost, plus also the look of the asset. So if we invest in the products that maintain the longevity, like you're saying, 18 months to 24 months of the products, that's incredible. I don't think I've heard that in this industry at all.
So that's another thing. I'm transparent. I'm not going to say, I could tell you that would last 5 years. I could tell you it last 7 years. Some companies do that because that's the way that they want to market. That would make
they don't.
Exactly.
When you're out there beating the ocean and you're going to sea, you know the reality.
Yeah.
Us as a detailer, I have that insight, and that's where the transparency comes from. Is if I wasn't a detailer and we just had, say, $1 million to start up a new company, I had no firsthand experience, just based off of what a chemist could tell me. And then if the chemist tells me this is going to last 3.5, 4 years in an ocean environment where somebody could just rinse it down and that's it. I'm like, all right, let's roll with it. 6 months, 8 months in, we're going to have all these loads of problems, people wanting refunds, potential lawsuits, the chemical that we didn't know about or know how to fully use has damaged something, a plethora of issues. But since I'm the detailer or the first end user, I can eliminate all those problems. Same thing with training. I can come on board anywhere in the world and specifically show you how to use this product, show you techniques surrounding just overall maintenance, not even a product involved. Just eliminate all the problems and the headaches.
Well, you've got the background too from an application in the automobile industry. You see what works. It's probably a lot more, robust industry. The cars are worth a lot. You need to maintain them perfectly. A lot more attention to detail at that level, and the wear and tear they have on the road. So you talk about talking the ear off. If that's how the idea of the Yacht Maintenance Unhinged came about, Brian's like, all right, Tyler, we're going to put you on a podcast.
Exactly. Here's the platform.
It's the platform. It sounds great, mate. It sounds exactly what we need, because a lot of the crew out there listen to things on the radio a lot, or listen to podcasts. And as a captain, I'm going to influence them to listen to the Yacht Maintenance Unhinged podcast on Yachting International Radio.
Thank you.
Yeah, we appreciate that. Thank you.
What type of content are you going to have on there, you think? What type of conversations? And you're going to be speaking to captains, crews?
Yeah, so I want to speak to captains, crews, wholesalers, owners representatives. I want to touch every piece of the pie, and I want to know the mindset of why you approve or don't approve something. How can we work together and get around this? But if I learn something with you, Liam, I'll be able to take what we learned. It's because life's a lesson. I'll be able to take what we learned and conversating, because I'm only 28 years old. What do I know in the grand scheme of things in life? So I'm learning every day about how to conversate, how to get through challenges, how to handle rejection. If I can grasp all that from different industries, from different points of views, then I think we can really penetrate the market and help out other people. Instead of forcing a product on there, how do we build a relationship?
Yeah, you sound like my approach to fishing. You just got to be persistent. You got to keep reinforcing, keep trying again. As a captain, I'll be honest, most times we go to a lot of boat shows and it's just overwhelming. So, my advice is get these brochures and put them on the yacht, send them out to the captains, give them in their bags or emails. Because a lot of times when we're on the bridge, kind of having a coffee in the morning, that's when at 6 o'clock or 7 o'clock or 9 o'clock at night, that's when we're flicking through these brochures going, okay, this is making more sense now. And another thing for these captains too is we are scientifically based. A lot of our decisions are based on data. Data driven makes a good captain. So when I'd love to have one of the speakers, maybe the scientist, if you get him on, because I'd like to hear what he has to say about it. Although it may go into a little bit stuff that I don't understand, the chemistry of it all, that's what is the foundation of the product. And that's what we're looking at as a captain. We're looking at what is the foundation of the product, what's it backed by, and then, of course, your wonderful customer service.
Absolutely.
Exactly. Because, really, maintenance, it isn't a sexy category to talk about necessarily, right?
As a captain, it is. As a captain.
So we're just trying to bring a different perspective onto that and to get people excited. Get them a little more excited about how things look or how things feel or how things smell, right? And so those are some of the things that make our products a little bit different. And so we want to bring a little bit of that appeal to the maintenance industry.
Well, I think the stews will like it. The deck crew will come in smelling nicer this time, nice vanilla smell, the clothes.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
It's an exciting product, really interested. So the Unhinged podcast is, Yacht Maintenance Unhinged is coming out on Yachting International Radio shortly. It's a great product, Velluto. I'm looking forward to getting a little sample kit on board and doing a patch. And when we get down to San Diego, when the weather's a bit warmer, we'll apply. What temperatures are you looking at is best for application? At 70s,
I'm applying it. Yeah, I'm applying it here. It's about 110 feels like temperature for the ceramic coating, actually. And that kind of can go into a deeper conversation because the coating is reactive on moisture. So it's an 80% high solids coating. And I'll disclose some of our information here that we teach in training. The coating is wet applied. So when you apply it, you lay it thick and you wipe it quick. Within 2 minutes, if you're not leveling it with a wet towel, you're going to sand it. It will cure and lock up on you and bite you in the ass fast. Awesome. But because we remove it with a wet towel, it's controllable. It spreads the product around, but the moisture from the water locks it in.
Yeah.
So it's 110 degrees here, feels like, and we're just sweating our balls off out here.
Yeah.
And the coating's working. And we can apply it in the winter as low as probably 50, 55 degrees.
Oh, perfect. This is definitely Alaska weather. And it's also wet. It's also wet up here too. So I think that 2 minutes, maybe 3 minutes. So I think you two.
What are you talking about? Winter? What do you mean winter is 55 degrees? I'm in Wisconsin. It's 55 below some days.
Oh yeah. No, I think today Alaska's like 58. I'm like, it's perfect. It's perfect temperature. I'm loving it.
That's beautiful. Yeah, that's great weather.
Well, I won't take any more time. I really appreciate it. There's a lot to learn about it. I'm excited about the Yacht Maintenance Unhinged podcast. Yachting International Radio does a great job. They've got so many different speakers and so much variety. So it's going to add a really unique dimension to the Yachting International Radio platform, because I don't think anyone's done that maintenance side. As you say, it maybe is the ugly side of yachting, but it's not, because that's where we match those service standards. If the yacht doesn't look good, doesn't matter how nice the martini is, they look down and see it. You know what I mean? It's all part of the picture. So the more we learn about the maintenance, the more products we have that are available, the better, you know?
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Well, thanks for your time, Tyler. Is there any final notes you want to leave us with?
No, sir. Just go to the website, fill the form out, and I look forward to helping you.
Well, perfect. And Brian, yourself, how can people get a hold of Velluto Products?
VellutoProducts.com is the easiest way, and they'll give them all the information they need, as well as our contact information.
All right, folks. It's Captain Liam. Stay safe and stay shining out there with Velluto Products.